Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this week we're going to drain the transmission fluid in the 2012 Chevy Silverado. Now I'm not going to do it like you normally would. I'm not going to drop the pan. I'm going to extract the fluid out using the fluid pump. Okay, so the reason I'm going to extract the fluid instead of dropping the pan and changing the filter is for a couple of reasons. One, in order to drop the pan fully, you got to drop the exhaust. And the exhaust system on this thing's pretty rusty, so I'd end up breaking studs and everything else. I don't want to deal with that. Now, you still can, by the looks of it, if you go to drop the pan, it'll drop far enough in the front that you should be able to get the filter out, and should still be able to clean the pan. You might not be able to do as good of a job, but anyways, the reason I don't want to do that is this truck's been undercoated for the last 5 years and it's got a lot of junk under it. And whenever you're working on it, there's always stuff falling off, and you'd end up that stuff falling into the pan. And to me, it's nice to change the fluid and filter, but the fluid is much more important than the filter is. And I'm going to put a couple of videos in the description. These are mechanics that say you kind of wasting your time pulling the filter anyways. Now I don't completely agree with them, but in this case I'm going to be extracting the fluid. You have to have an extractor pump similar to this one. There's different styles out there, but this one here I bought quite a few years ago. The good thing about it is, yeah, you gotta, it's an investment, but I think they're less than $100 now. But I've had this one for years and I've used it for many different jobs, so I mean it's something that you always have. Okay, so I'm going to start by removing the dipstick. Okay, so I got a hose here, slightly longer than the dipstick. I'm going to feed it down in the dipstick hole. Okay, so I'm going to feed this down in here. So right about there it should be touching the bottom. Okay, so we're about a half hour in. Got about 4.5 liters out. Like I mentioned, I bought this quite a long time ago, and I think it's wearing out. It's not sealed as good as it used to be, so it takes a little longer to pull the fluid out. Okay, so we get all the fluid out we can get. Okay, so we ended up getting just a little over 5 liters. Okay, so this is what we're putting back in it. Valvoline Max Life. It's Dextron 6, which I think is what this transmission calls for. And this here is a 5-liter jug, so I'm going to put this 5-liter jug in, which be a little less than what it needs, but we'll take it out, drive it, get it up to operating temperature, and then check it, and then we'll add whatever extra we need. If we're low, it won't be by much. Make sure your funnel's nice and clean, and try not to make a mess here. Don't put it in too fast. We already got a leak. It'll go quite slow, I guess. Okay, so there's the 5 liters. Okay, we'll replace the dipstick. Then you want to check underneath, make sure you didn't leak any. Just in case that dipstick, it's got a little seal, you want to make sure it wasn't leaking or anything. So now all we got to do is take it out on the road, get it up to operating temperature, bring it back in the garage and check the level, and it should be slightly low, so I add a little more to it. Okay guys, so I got it up to operating temperature. I took it out for probably a 10-minute drive. So we'll check the fluid level. So it actually looks like it's full right now. I'm going to check it one more time. Yeah, it shows that it's full. You could probably have just a tiny bit more, but it's good right where it is. Okay guys, so that's how you change the transmission fluid the easy way. And hope this video helps somebody out, and we'll catch you in the next one.